Welcome, guys. Welcome to Ngumisa Sikalelana, the podcast. This section of the podcast is called the Sit Down. I'm so excited to have you guys with me here. Please subscribe. Please make sure that you view these episodes every week because I'll have a special somebody every week. But today I have the one and only Umsizi Ngumalo from Durban. He is one of the most famous and most productive and most successful photographers in Durban. I really look up to him, not only because of his craft, but because of the person that he is. So, without further ado, Sizi.
Yeah. How's it? I'm quite shocked because you called me like one of the most successful photographers, of which,
I think you are.
I don't know. I think I'm a businessman more than I am a photographer.
I guess so, because you're gonna tell people about that because you do more than just photography, right?
Yeah, it's that and more.
But what in your fields that you do that excites you the most? I know it's money at the end of the day, but like, what's the one thing that you really look forward to?
What I look forward to the most is getting a check and seeing women. Yes. I think that's what everyone who's a photographer is doing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone does it for the artistic vibes anymore as how we used to back in the day. Yeah, mind you, it's about money.
I guess so. Everyone just wants the bag, ne?
No, definitely. Any career that you take now, it has to amount to something.
I'm also the same because I'm a makeup artist, but I've ventured into so many things because we need to, guys, say Funimali, and we have dreams that we want to aspire to. So I'm sitting like people that don't know you, and if Abagwazi, guys, please wake up. But if Abagwazi, just tell them to come like what's your story, like whatever you want to say.
I think I'm just gonna summarize everything. I'm 31-year-old, born in Mandini. Yeah, no, I'm young, guys. I mean, I don't look 31. It's actually 13, like the other way around. Anyway, I was born in Mandini in 1990 on the 2nd of November. I think it must have been 2 o'clock because I think I'm a day type of guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it must have been 2 o'clock. I'm sure. I don't know the exact time, but yeah, I was born in Mandini. Not really born in Mandini. I was born in Stenga, but grew up in Mandini. Born as in hospital in Stenga. Yeah. So grew up in Mandini with my grandparents till I was 3. Then I moved with my parents full time when they got a house, when they acquired a house. Yeah. Then it was there till 1999 when we moved to Durban. 2000 December we were here. Sorry, 1999 December we were here. 2000 I started here. Yeah. And that got me to grade 6. I think it was grade 6 here in Durban. Grade 6 till matric. That's when I picked up the skills that I have right now. From matric going on forward. There's a lot that built. There's a lot that I went through that built up that one moment where I decided I want to get to this career. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with photography or video or any of the artistic elements. Graphic designing was always part of my career, but it was always part of my passions, but it was not part of what I wanted to become. It was just a thing that I was doing because I was a rapper. Before I became, I was a rapper before I became.
You must drop a line. What was the stage name?
MC, and I still go by that even till today. Yeah, if you check my Facebook out, I'm called Msizi MC Ngumalo, and my other Facebook also is MC Ngumalo. It's always been that since 2006.
Yeah. So we met about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I think.
I'd say 3 years ago. Yeah.
And before we actually met face to face, we were always on either WhatsApp or Instagram or anything like that. Right? What do you think of the industry and the creative part of the industry as a whole in Durban? What do you think we would say? What do you think? How do you
I think the one thing that bugs me the most is the whole thing which Abantu do not see the bigger picture. People still want to be famous.
Yeah.
I never do any of my things for fame.
Yeah.
For me it's money.
Yeah.
If it's not money, listen, I always say to myself and my peers, Guti, if you can make 200 rand every day, you've got money.
Yeah.
You don't need to make 50,000 rand in one day. Because remember, the 50,000 rand may come in one day, but it will not come every month. So for you to go through your day, you need at least 100 rand ka petrol, 100 rand ok recharge every day. So you have to get that. So I'm a artist amaning, I'm a creatives amaning. I always feel like bona babuka ukuthi we want to be popular, we want to be found in the coolest places, and it must touch imali enkulu, then people will think we are much more creative or much more talented. Whereas I don't feel imali enkulu is equivalent to the talent that is brought forth. A lot of people talk about money, but they don't bring the talent out. So much ukuthi, even right now, if you were to speak of abantu that you aspire to become like, you don't speak of people around Durban.
No.
You speak of people outside Durban, because in Durban alone, we're still babies.
Yeah, we're still babies.
But we don't recognize that we are babies. We always feel like we've overgrown.
Yeah, we think with the big fish and the small
You get what I'm
pond,
saying?
Yeah. And in that conversation as well, there's something that I've always wanted to ask you. Photography, I remember we had this conversation. Photography was not like your passion. My whole life, I just want to be a photographer.
Sure.
What would you say, Uguti, has been some of your challenges in the industry? And just as a person, as umsizi just in Jopil.
My challenges okphila maningi. There's a lot of dynamics. I mean, especially for a guy, I think there's a lot of pressure there's a lot of pressure of having to do better in life, having to provide, having to be the blesser. It's a thing. As much as we may not say mhlambe we are blessers because we're young, but there's always a girl that's expecting something of you.
Yes.
And yena ngakwazi uyiprovidela. Like I was making an example the other day of how you'd find a 24-year-old who earns 4,500 rand. But mawuthi mbuza ukuthi who would you like to date? They can never date a guy who earns imali ngangeyakhe. Uthi yena ufuna umfana ohola imali at least 3 times eyakhe, kodwa futhi ebe ku age group yakhe. Ithi mina, how realistic is that? Because that's impossible. How are you going to date umuntu ona 24 ngangawe kodwa ebenza yena 15,000? Because if you couldn't make 15,000 at 24, how are you expecting the guy to be able to do that? And okunye futhi amantombazane get ahead faster than guys do in any industry. So you're expecting this from a guy who's always behind you in life. So that's the one pressure. And masumana pressure yokuthi sure, you've started something, but you can't fail. There's family elindele ukuthi you are going to perform and outperform, balindele ukuthi uzobuya na something from whatever you're doing. So, and we've got kids now. I've got a baby. I've got a daughter. She's only 4. And now ngifisa ukuthi my cooler, it's my buku babu wakhe, it's my dad did it. Engazi ukuthi ngenze kanjani. Yes, I might choose my director to a different part. Ngeke ngisho ukuthi aka drop out esikoleni. Ngeke ngisho ukuthi mhlambe akaqala ibhizinisi njengelami. I might want her to be in a career that's much more secure than mine, but in the back of my mind ngithi, if mina ebuka mina ngifuna be proud ukuthi my dad did it without zonke lezi zinto lezi afuna ngizenze mina. Okushoyo ukuthi there's always alternatives to life. Ayikho indaba yokuthi yeneke ayikho into engikwazi ukuyenza or awekho ama opportunities omsebenzi or yabona lento kanjalo. So I'm always on that every day.
There's this thing that I like, angazi ukuthi ngayithola phi, but kwathi khona umuntu wathi ukufika ku 10. So omunye umuntu engathi 10 is 5 plus 5, omunye athi is 8 plus 2. Whatever dreams you want to achieve.
Sure.
Ngeke sonke achieve
ngendlela eyodwa. There's not one formula.
Yes, sonke sizokwenza ngendlela yethu. And also there's something that's really big now in our industry, and especially like when you go to I know, align yourself with a certain brand so that ubukeka with a certain class of people or a certain caliber of clients attracting kuwena just because now you are seen with a certain crowd.
Sure.
How do you feel about that?
Listen, I always say this. Yabo umuntu mayifuna either your service or mayifuna anything from you. They will come to you whether you are the quality expect to everyone or not, or whether you are known by the famous or not. Yabo umuntu akathengi what you sell. They buy into your belief system. So if a person likes you, one ukazi play a huge role. That's charisma play a huge role. That's one. And secondly, kube ukuthi in your doings, how are you treating me whilst doing offering the service to me, rendering the service? That also plays a huge role. But you still find omunye umuntu uthatha rude might deal with my client, but the clients still go to them.
Yeah.
So lapho kuya nalento ukuthi futhi ke, okay, one, do I have confidence in what you are offering?
Yeah.
It does not need. I do not need to have mhlambe ukuthi ngishoothe ngeSony ukuze kuthiwa umsizi is a great photographer. No. It's how I use what I have and how I make you feel around me. That's how I always look at it.
And I think I mean I always say like most of my clients are like, hey, when like you present yourself well with clients, you communicate better with clients, and I'm like, hey guys, I think because of how I grew up, first of all, and also just I hang around a lot of different people, different class of people as well, if you want to put it as that. I don't want to say class because I don't know, like I always feel like if you put class then it's like, oh, but like I like But I hang around different people, and when you learn to listen to people, you really value what they say, and you also know what's okay. In the you can be the greatest person with what you do, but if ungenayo indlela yokuphatha omunye umuntu abanendaba nawe,
sure,
they're just like, I will find another person, you know. So in the same breath as well, and you're thinking about, okay, cool, khona abantu that we look up to, it's okay, one day I would like to be in this level, or I would like to maybe, me as a makeup artist, I would like to maybe one day go and do makeup for like a massive movie, not just beauty makeup, like your 3D makeup, your wounds, you know, like all creative makeup. But in South Africa, that is very small. Who do you look up to with not just photography, with whatever that, like umuntu inspire you like about this person?
I know it's gonna sound corny in a way.
Is it your daughter?
No, my dad. Not necessarily because he's a great businessman. He's not a businessman at all. He's an employee, but it's his thinking. My dad is freaking wise, guys. My dad is freaking wise. You see, when you speak to my dad, even if he doesn't know the industry, he does not know the career, he does not understand the life that you are living. But anything that you say to him, he will not answer you if he does not have an answer. But when he gets an answer, he will come back and tell you what to do, or he gives you advice or some counsel what would be the right way to approach it. In so much at home it's just me, my brother, my mom and my dad, but ubaba knows everything that we do, like meaning education wise. He's been the teacher in the house. He's never studied any of these things, but he studied them with us. So if ever I have to become something big, I cannot lose those values. You know what? If kukhona umuntu oyiloved one yakho anything usizo akufuneka licele komunye umuntu ubukhona endlini. You need to be the first person aqala again.
My boyfriend would be so happy with this. Yes.
I don't know.
Sometimes I'm just like but conversation for another day.
It's been that for me. I don't think guys, listen, we get motivational speakers, we get also my business about cool. Yes, there are things that we pick up from the Messi Tanda. I'm a trader, easy, but realistically, you don't know the person. You don't know what they've been through to acquire what they have, or what they will do to become what they are to us. Some people are not exactly what you see. So you cannot really look at that person and say, this is who I aspire to become like. Me, I look at my dad because I know he's lived the role in front of me. Yes, fine, there are some things that it's you know what, maybe Lana, hey Baba now ngatu so nitika cool. Ngati Baba lao so rafa cool. Like say for example the situation of girls. I don't know which side I took. But let's not go deep in there. But my mom and my dad have been together for quite a long time, and I'm like, dude, I mean, that's the only one thing. But the rest, no. I think that's the only one.
I'm exactly the opposite. My mom has never been married. My mom,
sure.
At all. Like a class on the table, and that's it, that's done, and me, I'm a bit more patient when it comes to relationships. I think we're all just different. Okay, so I don't know if bakona umuntu omncane. I don't want to say umuntu omncane because that always sounds like, I imagine you need to be very inspirational. I don't want you to be inspirational, I want you to be real. I always tell people, if you're not real, then you're cheating yourself out of life, not anyone else that's either watching or listening to this.
Sure.
But if you were to give advice to your younger self, usase mandeni,
yeah,
what would be the advice that you give to your younger self?
I'd say, son, stay away from women. No joke. Let me be real. There's three things that bring down any man.
Yeah.
I think I'd speak better to a boy child than a girl.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning how to speak to a girl because I've got a daughter. But I'd say, son, stay away from women. Women, not because they are bad people, but they bring out the worst of every human being.
You think so? Me, myself.
Women do bring out the worst of every man. There is a good side to it, and there is a bad side to it, but the bad side surpasses the good.
Okay.
The good is the happiness and the laughter and the whatnot, but the things that guys would do to make women happy makes them evil. So for me, I think I wouldn't want myself to go through my channels and so much even to right now, if I'm speaking to a friend of mine and Eti oh, my girl drives me crazy, whatever, and I love my girl so much, bro, I understand and I respect that, but there's only one thing: never show them the power that they hold over you. Because once you show that, bro, you will never recover from that. And that's been my downfall for my past relationships. I look at myself, you know what, I could be far from where I am had I not looked at things that way. I always feel like if I could rewind the hands of time, I'd love better with understanding more than with my heart. I'd go into a relationship where I could just understand you, understand that anything that we deal with, see kulume, as opposed to us going in because every time you send your heart first, the repercussions are bad. Everything just comes back, see tamblisha.
I'm so intrigued right now.
There's no one to my relationship. You know what, guys, we did the best and it was the best thing ever. Miserable. So which means there's a problem esemumva eyenze yakwi foundation yalento eniyakhile eyenze ukuthi mawusuphuma uphuma usumiserable. Because you can date a girl for a long time, masiphuma relationship izokutshesene ke no, he had a small then how uthi kanti lo 5 years kanti lo 1 kanti wayibona ukuthi ngane on the 6th year on the 6th year uzoqhamuka uthi ke hey incane into yakho how because now at that time so nidlala ukukhohlisana.
I want us to have this conversation a bit more deeper. I think that's you're very passionate
about
it.
It's one thing, even my younger brother, dude, if you ever become weak for women, you'll be an enemy to me, because I've been weak for women and I've learned from that. So much manje. I feel like any relationship I could get to right now, I'm not saying I am in a relationship right now, but I'm saying any relationship in Gion, even in Gion, if I just take my suitcase, walk away.
You'll be fine.
Walk away. I'd be fine. Yes, emotionally there's that thing, but I have learned not to put all that I am into the word love. Let's go in. It's like a partnership in business. You put 50,000, I put 50,000. We do this thing with 100,000. I want to angifuni ukuthi kube yimi ngifaka u80,000 ufake u20,000 masusa neke hey kodwa nami ngikuthanda nje. I want
to so now what you're saying is, in your younger self, you would have told yourself, okay, stay away from girls until one time, because they're a way of life you're
Don't stay away from girls. Don't get me wrong. Girls are vital in life. They're very important. Don't stay away from falling into the trap.
Okay, so Tina sama trappers.
No, girls are traps. I'm telling you, girls can change your whole. Listen, there's 3 things that bring a man down. It's women, money, and popularity. Anywhere you go, there's no man who has fallen ngaphandle kwalezinto those 3. It's always been those 3 things. If it's gambling, it's money. If it's being cool, it's just popularity. If it was being appreciated, it was woman. No man wants to be appreciated by another man. Okay, man, get that right. Anyway, so with all those, man, I'm going to depress that fucking thing of yours. So, with those things being said, a man is only standing because a man has failed to control his mind. Because a man can control his mind.
Yeah.
He falls when he forgets ukuthi unomqondo mase landela izinto. And remember, not to be on the bad side, but I always feel like women only bring one thing in a relationship.
Which is what?
Let's not go in that. But there's nothing else esingesiphili ngaphandle kwayo ngaphandle kwento eyodwa that a woman brings. We can live without you telling me, I love you, baby.
Yeah.
Well, not to be the bad side. Okay, I'm sorry for changing. Yeah, but I'm not going to go in that because it's going to start another topic. But I'm just saying, women have dropped our standards so much, we can't say no to women.
Yeah.
We can't object to anything they say. We always,
Yes.
no, my kusho. Like, say, for example, the whole GBV thing, not to go into that deeply, but I'm just going to highlight something. When a man is oppressed, a man cannot say it, like, it's like how a girl would normally be on the wrong.
Yeah.
Apologize ego.
Yes.
Guys do the same thing. Umfana cannot say mina ngihlumezekile.
But again, don't you think as girls we're like one up? Because we've lived. No?
Yeah.
Wait for me. Because
Sure.
we've lived our life now. It's a feeling. Let's just say we're in a relationship. Me as a woman now, in a relationship with Mrs.
Sure.
I can't come to Mrs. and be like, Mrs. I don't like A, B, C, and D. Now I need to always be like, hi, Mrs. Mete, I want to local Mrs. Otiebo. Oh, yes.
But who came up with that rule?
What I'm saying is, I guess what you're saying now would say, they've gotten to that point to go to yes. And also when they are oppressed or when they're in a relationship where they are not happy or whether they are abused. I don't want to say abused because it's quite a deep one. But if they are in a relationship where they are not happy, then they can't. The society is not going to accept them saying, I want a relationship, guys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whereas we were those people long ago. So I'm not saying, I'm happy that it's happening, but all I'm saying is, don't you feel like now maybe guys will understand about this better because now they also may be leaving.
I don't think there's ever been a time where we ignoring that. They've always been listened to.
I don't think they have.
They've been listened to. Even still today, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Abafana just cannot speak about that. It's unbecoming. How are you going to tell us to show umfazi? We're just not going to listen to you.
Because I'm laughing there. They're not show guys.
Yeah, it's oh, dude, come on. What's wrong with you? Tina, we feel like you're lacking something. Oh, come on, dude. What's wrong with you?
Guys, let's topic.
Yeah, so what's weird?
2 weeks to come, we're gonna go into different roles in the relationship and also the GBV because you brought it up.
Sure.
And also just as a guy, how does it feel with a relationship? You feel like you are being oppressed or you are being abused. No, makona into always I go to I have but you can't really voice it out, especially to your peers as well, because we're not just talking about officials, just about back. Right. Okay, so just guys, thank you so much for watching for so long. It's been such a pleasure to have him with us. It's always busy. Busy, studio busy with his work as well, it's always busy. So just to close, what's coming up for you? What do we need to look out for?
Definitely a new environment. I think towards the beginning of next year or once the year has already started, I want to build a new studio. It's not going to be here where I am right now, where I currently am.
Yes.
I'm looking to build it elsewhere, but it's a plan, so I can't really reveal much right now. Yeah, it's that, and also I want to create an industry for the industry.
Yeah.
A platform for the industry where I can get something out of the industry running through me.
Yeah.
Not for everybody. Obviously, there'll always be those who are opposing whatever you're trying, because we're an industry with haters and with but kumina, I want to create a platform for abantu who are willing to use my platform or ukuthi sikhule kanye kanye yabo vele ngesikhulu kanye kanye because asilingani nangomqondo yabo, but that's where I'm always at ngokomqondo.
Hi Shem, ngijabulile mina. Thank you so much Umsizi. And
sure.
guys, we are filming at Vele Umsizi Studios in Durban. And we'll be working closely with Umsizi going forward. Guys, I value our working relationships so much. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Mama.
COVID or no COVID is here. We're gonna handshake. Forgive us. Thank you so much for tuning in.
For some reason, Losi Slow Pose. I think she's been meaning for me.
I was going to do a toast for our first episode for the podcast.
Yeah,
Thank
cheers.
you so much.
Mama,
Please,
it's
because
a pleasure.
subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Kim, I can't say mwah.